To back in a couple months. I've been on the road for 3 months, got back last week. So, needless to say, just trying to get everything back together. Diet back on when I still somewhat stayed okay, except for, like I said, the alcohol while I was gone definitely doesn't help. So, needless to say, this morning's breakfast 12 ounces of coffee. It's a must do. The dogs woke me up early this morning trying to crawl in bed with me after my roommates went to work. This morning is low fat yogurt. So there is 1 cup of low fat yogurt, 1 cup of fresh strawberries, and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Chia seeds is a superfood. I put it in a lot of my yogurts in the morning, or I'll do it with one of my shakes. It's good antioxidants, it's omega vitamins, so needless to say, got up this morning, took all my isogenics vitamins. I use the essential vitamins for women, so you take a pack in the morning and a pack at night. Now yesterday was football Sunday. It was going to be one of my last major cheat days. I wound up only having one cheat meal, which my roommate is an amazing cook, so she made these amazing deep fried chicken wings, and I did have a salad for lunch and 2 beers yesterday, land shark, and so today it's all about getting everything back on track. So tomorrow we'll actually, I have a wrestling match tomorrow with a fan. So it was going to be a cleanse day, but I'll make Wednesday a cleanse day then, because I'm definitely gonna want to have not be not be no food in my system while I'm gonna do a wrestling session. That is where I get kind of thrown off on being a regular schedule because of my odd type of work schedule. Sometimes I may plan something and then wind up having a schedule change with a client or a video or something like that. But when I was back home in LA, I was definitely inspired that even though my youngest son is saying, "Mom, maybe you need a new hip," I think what happened to me in Los Angeles with meeting up with somebody, and Sonia Blaze and I got a little too blazed one night and drank too much, and then fucking around with somebody, I think my leg went pulled out a little farther than normal. I broke a blood vessel, and I didn't really know. I knew it hurt, but I didn't know it was a bruising until I was in New York and we filmed the scene with D. Ruff. Man, oh man, I don't even know how I'm gonna fix this scene because my pussy looks like somebody punched it. The bruising from my inner thigh all the way to my hoo-ha is definitely a solid bruise. So, oh my God, to all the gentlemen that I've met in Los Angeles that didn't say, "Damn, Summer, your pussy looks like somebody punched you." Um, that means that's how much love these people have for me, and so again, I try to reciprocate that love back. Um, 2 things I'm gonna do now that I'm home is I'm looking for a really good acupuncturist in the DC area, so that I'm gonna get going on. I think I found a couple of them, so I'll probably be down in the district itself to see if I can get the acupuncture done. 2, I'm actually going to do cryotherapy. I know it works, and go back old school before the sub-zero temperature. That's the reason why sports and conditioning coaches and football coaches put players in that ice cold tub of ice. I remember when I was coaching a football team, and I don't mean coaching like football coaching, but what I mean is that I was on the staff of the strength and conditioning program, and how many boys that we were putting in large tubs, even out on the football field, that we used to have a 50-gallon, the size of those little oil tanks or whatever, gasoline tanks, and we would put over 100 pounds of ice in that thing with cold water, and have the boys sit in that thing even after some of the long August days. Some of the boys used to want to try to get into the tank just because it was hot in California in August during Hell Week. But so I know it works, and I'm, doing more research on some of the other benefits besides healing faster. When it's talking about skin and metabolism, I'm all on that. Because as you guys know, I'm 55 and my skin looks amazing. I gotta thank my mother for that. My mom had great skin, although my father didn't really have a lot of wrinkles either until he was older. But if the ice cold temperature can make my skin nice and tight again, or still, I should say, I'm all for that too. So I will take a lot of video and stuff like that of doing cryotherapy, and show you guys, hopefully, that when I can go into the clinic, that they'll let me be able to videotape the session, because again, I think, my arms are going to be stuck inside, so I'm not sure how that will work, but I'll figure something out. What else? So the websites are doing amazing. I've got to thank my fans. StunningSummersDirtyDeeds.com is definitely on mark on what I planned for 2018. The clips for sale, the store number is 24032. My Feline Flicks production is amazing. Couple things. AVN. Yes, I'm going to go to AVN, but plans fell through on hosting a swing event. So needless to say, it is what it is. But if you guys are interested, I am doing some stuff with somebody in New York. So I will be hosting some swing events in New York in a very nice location. One's in Manhattan and one's in New Jersey. I believe that I'm going to even be back in New York, New Jersey area, probably around, well, for sure I'm going to be there for Edison, New Jersey, and that's going to be November 4th through the 6th, I think, or the 7th. So buy your tickets now. Go to exotica.com, and yes, I'll be walking the floor. Have not yet decided whether I'm going to take a booth or not. We'll see. I've got another couple weeks to decide, or a week to decide on whether I'm going to take a booth or not. Filming wise, I got a lot of stuff done in New York. I'm happy with that. And so now I'm back home. Heating pad as we speak. I'm got a heating pad on my low back. I found a book yesterday by accident. So I'll hook you guys up if it works for me. Again, I'm not going to recommend anything to you guys if I don't know it, if it's not going to work. I used to tell all my gym clients back in LA even that I'm your human guinea pig most of the time, even on the supplements that I've always taken. But the guy is pinpointing all the issues that I have with the hip flexor, which I told people all the time, your hip flexors are actually go all the way up into your external obliques area and all that. And there's a muscle called the psoas, and it's a prime moving muscle for your leg, and your hip is your engine for your body. So when everybody asks me like, oh, how come I'm not lifting? Because it's actually painful for me to even do pull-ups or pull-downs because of the hip being a stabilizing joint for upper body. Your psoas muscle is the only thing that actually connects your upper body to your lower body. And that is what I've been having a lot of pain with over the years too. Talking to somebody, I don't want to I don't want to out her name because it's not fair. But we were having a conversation because she's having the same hip issue, and she was talking about how doggy style is one of the things that probably help put our hips in these positions because of the pounding that we've taken. I can tell you that it's really crazy because, like I said, I can screw and I can wrestle, but then afterwards I can't hardly walk. And it's crazy because I can wrestle and I can clinch. So, my abduction and my adduction muscles are just going crazy. Walking up 4 flights of stairs at Dapper Dan's, I was having a tough time going upstairs because it's the psoas muscle. So when I saw this, and by accident, I went to clean out my spam folder, and because of my personal training business, I get a lot of different stuff for personal training and physical therapy. And needless to say, this guy wrote this book, and he's discussing about how many people have these injuries. Because again, a lot of football players that I know who are now retired all have the same injury that I've got. And a lot of times, like I said, is from overusage. And needless to say, I'm trying to see if I can get my leg. So overusage or high repetition of doing the same thing over and over. So it's all the years of even demonstrating exercises for my client. Those things happen, and it tends to, because the psoas muscle. One thing that I was kind of freaked out about is that from time to time, and I was starting to think, that maybe it was a gastral issue, was from time to time my stomach would just pop out, and it was like, damn, I look like I'm pregnant. And I kind of toyed with the idea for a second, but I didn't really put it into complete. Uh, it didn't really, like, the lights didn't click on all the way, but it makes sense. Was the fact that when the hip flexor is tight, it pulls your pelvis into a anterior tilt, which means that it's tilting forward. When it's doing that, it actually makes the stomach pop out. So what he referred to as the belly bulge, which comes from the tight hip flexor, I'm like, oh my God, that's it. So because if I'm conscious about how I'm standing, or taking pictures and I'm tucking my hip back, I have to think about it. My stomach is flat. But if I'm not thinking about it, which is in the middle of filming while you're thinking about something else, my stomach is going out, and it's from the pelvic tilt stuff. Best thing is that since I have been training for so long, I know exactly how to fix that. So I am hitting the gym today. I'm gonna probably post a little bit here later on. I'm not gonna overdo it because, again, I'm not trying to get too screwed up. I have a wrestling session tomorrow, but I really I plan on trying to see if I can move some of these muscles around and tighten them back up. I wasn't on the road. I didn't take the lacrosse ball in the bands that I should have. There's a lot of things that I kind of learned off this 3 months. One, I won't do a 3-month tour again. This probably might have been the longest tour I have ever done since 2003. So I'm going to shorten it up a little bit so that I know that I will pack one small bag of just my supplements and my bands and the ball and an ab roller and all that type of stuff, so that I can actually still keep my core healthy. Because again, if my back is killing me, it's a little hard to do a lot of different exercises. But my next video, what I'm going to show you is some of the exercises that you can build your core, because I'm really going to be starting almost from the ground back up again, core wise. So I need to get my pelvis back into a neutral position instead of having an anterior tilt. So anyway, and that being said, I do have a personal training online, and so If you want to get online training, or if you want to purchase Isagenix products from me, if you purchase online uh, Isagenix products from me, you do get free coaching with it. Otherwise, I do have packages for online personal training, and that gives you video sessions, it gives you phone calls, and it gives you everything that you need to succeed, and including your diet and the supplements itself. So, needless to say, you can hit me up on that. You can send me a message at I guess, well, I mean, for the personal training stuff, you can still hit me at felineflix@gmail, and I will direct you to my personal training website if you're interested in that. I have easy packages that you can pay monthly, or you again, if you purchase the Isagenix products, then you get free coaching. And again, my personal training packages are actually cheaper than my fan meets. So needless to say, um, it's been a good couple months. Now it's time to really get back to work. So until the next time, namaste, guys. Have a great day.